We're gonna talk about this Cardi B and Emani Ellis position. I don't know who to believe, but I listened to her testimony, and she said that she said, "Oh, it's Cardi B." And when they asked her cross examination, was she talking on the phone? She said no. So who she was talking to? And when she said Cardi B asked her who you talking to, when he said it's me, and she repeated herself, and they got into an argument. Now, I just saw a sister, forgot her name, YouTube, but she showed a video back in 2023 when the security officer had said that she had got surgery, and she recorded, and she didn't know what part of her face. She didn't know what part of her face that Cardi B missed, but her long fake nails cut her face, but she said she had surgery. That is, but I caught her lying. When they cross-examined Miss Ellis, they said, "Oh, who you was talking to?" She said, "No, I wasn't talking." But she said, but she did admit it that she said, "Yeah, I said that's Cardi B." Now, sometimes people talk themselves. I'm guilty of it, but we found later on she got fired. Now, I'm a former security officer. Okay, the level two. And I'm not offended by Cardi B saying she, because I say it too. When I was on the street, and I know certain security officers was violating my rights because I was homeless, I let they behind know, let they ass know that I will do it. And then you violate my rights and get you fired. Because I know what you're doing wrong. I'm not stealing, not harassing, not trespassing. Why are you trying to pick at me? Why are you trying to target me? So I get what Cardi B. She claimed, so Ellis claimed that she said racial slurs. And my question is, and then she said that she wanted our Cardi B out the building. What racial slur she call you? Don't get me wrong, Cardi B is racially bigoted. She's part Dominican, Hispanic, and part Afro Trinidadian, mix of Spaniard from Trinidad. And you can tell she's of half African roots. She don't look 100% black, of course. And don't get wrong, people can be racist within the Afro descendant community. However, what race does she call you? If she did call you racist or you got fired, that's an EOC lawsuit. She should contact. Yeah, because I can't mention company names, but I've won EOC lawsuits. So in the past, and it's not. I ain't winning no $1 million. Okay, I'm just saying. I can't mention company name, but I know that if I got fired and someone called me a racial slur and I got paid, you can go take that company to the EOC and get a mediation, and usually you will win. But you have to sign an NDA and cannot mention the company name. So she's trying, but she got fired because of her behavior. Okay, and she abused her authority. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the employers are always right. As I advocate working for yourself, like I'm working right now, where trying to on YouTube videos and do my social media at work. Yeah, working right now. Okay, my own business. Okay, this social media. However, I'm glad I got my channel back. See, shout out to those who said that. Yeah, I have not to mention the stalker or anything in the nature of him, but this is why I was going after people in the gold sphere. Not going after, but mainly going after counter carrying and bullshit out. Okay, I'm trying to bring that up in here, but because I got my channel back, and I let you know that Sue Wachowski died the same month as my birth month. It's my birth month last year. Not to make fun of someone died. No, I have done that with my own family who used to, but let you know, I find it weird that her and not Cardi B, Mariah Carey's sister and her mom passed. God dog it. But Miss Annie, her sister, talking about Susan Wachowski, was the former CEO on YouTube when she was CEO in the channel now. Annie Wachowski, her DNA company is going through a lot of problems. I told you I DNA test race ain't real. Is it real? My J. Cole song, is it real? No, it ain't real. It only really comes to family, not race and ethnicity. But she said your information, and they argue with her. Oh Lord, Annie, it's not okay. Annie, okay, Annie. But anyway, I'm glad I got my channel back, and I can work anytime I want to, because I'm just here to make content so I can make money off it, right? Okay. That's why I love being a YouTuber. Okay, this is my job. This is my business. Okay, but going back to the Cardi B situation. Okay, Miss Ellis should have got an EOC lawsuit if they fired her because she got into a Cardi B and Cardi B used racial slurs. But she broke HIPAA law in medical. Your phone out and breaching contract. Okay? When I went to the diversion center, they take your phones because they don't want nobody to be using the phone and recording people in there, taking pictures and giving to their friends on social media. You see what I'm saying? So, that being said, you see why? Because it's a HIPAA law violation. So, she violated HIPAA law. Okay? Talking about Miss Ellis. Because you did say it's Cardi B. Now you should say you're talking to yourself because I talk to myself sometimes. But you see, you told the lawyer when you was being to be testifying that in cross examination was you talking. You said no. Cardi B said you had a phone, so you had been talking. It was you weren't talking to nobody. But was you talking to yourself? And why did she ask? You know, and she went to go to her and Cardi B felt violated because she is a artist. I'm not kissing Cardi B ass. If she did sue that, she had to get in trouble too. But I know as a security officer, you cannot expose who you saw at the venue. They have restrictions on that. You cannot take pictures. Trust me, I want to take a picture. When Matthew McConaughey came here 10 years ago, I worked at 5-star security as a temp. I was temporary security, temporary worker. And I remember Matthew McConaughey and C. Jackson Lee and Mayor, what's her name? Niece Parker, and came to U of H for graduation 10 years ago. And they told the Indian, was he a brown skin, but with straighter hair? Or Indian, went to, I don't know, East India. But I think he sounded like a brother. He could be both. I don't know, mixed with something. He told us, no, you cannot take pictures of celebrities. You cannot talk to them. That Matthew McConaughey was thin. Because when he came to U of H graduation, University of Houston, I swear to God, I say, is he on crack? I ain't trying to sound like Gregory Dark, the one that did them videos with Tracy Lords, okay? You know about Gregory Dark, the director, the one that did Rosa Parks' song with Outkast. They did Britney Spears, the By My Broken Heart, was Daisy Carter, and because I was telling people in my feed that Gregory Dark, who is there was, I don't know if you can say guilty now because Tracy Lord did lie and use a fake ID to be important. Okay, you go look it up in the 80s, and he left the porn industry because he directed a lot of her videos, and they had to get it off the shelf because it's child porn in the 80s. So he started doing teen bop music, and we were bringing that up because while I was reading about Gregory Dark in Esquire, Gregory Dark, there was complaining about Leslie's Carter's weight when she did like wow, Aaron Carter's older sister, and he said about putting his pimp hand down and make her smoke crack, have a crack. Again, she ended up pimp have a crack habit, and then she'll be thin. You have to worry about wearing all black because she was too big. Because according to DreamWorks and them, she was too big to do that song. That's why she was wearing dark clothes. She was sitting down. You saw most of her face. You know what I'm saying? Because they was trying to make her another Britney Spears, and Mandy Moore, okay? Because he did Mandy Moore's some of her videos as well, okay? So that's what I'm saying. I just read the Esquire, and I read the book, read parts of the book, Program to Kill, about Gregory Dark, him leaving the porn industry and doing these teen bop videos, and the R&B, Linkin Park, with Chester Bonnenter, who, we all know he got killed. He was suicide. He was exposed to sex trafficking. But I brought that up is because I was discussing this on my feed on YouTube, and I now mentioned about me being a security officer with Matthew McConaughey. When he came in here, I swear, I'm thinking buff. hair slicked down, Nah, dude was thin like he was sick. I said, is he okay? You know what I'm saying? Why he thin like that? He was thin. Matthew McConaughey did not look like that movie he did with Samuel Jackson. He was thin. And then saw that it was young. Now I'm looking back, it was young crack. 'Cause I was reading that Gregory Dark Esquire article. Yeah, he's the one that See No Evil movie with Brad Pitt gonna come out with. That's the director. Yeah, he did Tracy. If you know about Tracy Lord, she what near 6 years old now, but back in the 80s, she came from abusive home. She came to California, and her teen